You're watching NBC 25 today.
A unique local program that teaches women about money also helps children who are less fortunate. NBC 25's Ilse Lujan-Hayes is in the newsroom with the story. Good morning, Ilse.
Good morning, Joel. You know, the annual Women, Wine, Fashion, and Finance fundraiser is next week, and it benefits the Food Bank of Eastern Michigan backpack program. Margie Shard with Financial Shard puts on the event, but she can't do it alone. So by my side is Chasse Latin and Dance Ballroom. You're the title sponsor, and thank you so much for joining us, both of you, this morning. Now, Margie, I want to start with you. You are a mother,
Yes.
and you actually were very disturbed at something that you learned. Tell us about the need and what you decided to do.
Well, in 2011, I visited the food bank, and it was, I went home and I couldn't sleep. They told me how children in our area only got fed when they were in school. And when they went home on Fridays, they literally had no food to eat until they got back to school on Monday morning. And so they were telling me how they wanted, they had just started the backpack program, but there's no federal funding since the food leaves the school. And so I went home and I couldn't sleep. I was a new mom, and I thought, what if my son couldn't have food? And then I thought, well, how would I feel as a mother? And I just knew that my company, Shard Financial, had to do something to
Make a difference.
Yes.
Now, this is the third annual event, and we should mention to our viewers that the event is actually sold out, which is a testament that people really support this program,
Yes.
but they can still help. Now, let me turn to, thank you so much. I want to know, why did you get involved? Chasse, we hear about it all the time. I mean, wonderful dance studio in the area. Tell us why you got involved.
Well, when you hear that kids aren't eating, it's breakfast time and kids are getting ready for school, they're eating breakfast. And imagine if your child was not able to eat. That's kind of disturbing, so that's why we decided to help out with this cause.
Okay, so now, Margie, tell folks about the event that is coming up next week, but how they can also help.
So our Women, Wine, Fashion, Finance event, it's a fun night. We educate women on finances because one of our missions is to help reduce the number of women that are falling into poverty and to also help those that are in poverty. And so for every $100 that's donated, you can feed a child for an entire school year. But this year we're trying to raise $50,000 because we're doing something new. We're trying to not only feed the need for Genesee County, but also for the school year, but also create funding for the summer program so that these children can eat during the summer as well. And so we really need to raise $50,000, and we're really hoping that viewers will go to shardfinancial.com and click on the Women, Wine, Fashion, Finance icon that's on the top, and that'll direct you into the food bank where you can make a donation, and all the money will stay in Genesee County for this purpose.
So people can give from their hearts, and the more people give, the more children will receive help. All right, Margie, thank you so much. One thing we should mention is that the backpacks actually get filled up with food, and the kids take the backpacks home because they don't have food over the weekend. Right. So I read that, very touching. Okay, thank you so much, both of you, for joining us. We appreciate it. We're going to toss it back to Joel.
Ilse, thank you, Michael, Margie, and Ilse in the newsroom for us this morning.